Hi there, Becky.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good. We're back online with commands, aren't we?
We are. Yeah, we've taken a decision that numbers are a bit high, and we've got to protect everybody. So we just thought we'd do it this way again because it works, doesn't it? It's good.
Work. We'll just do it this way. And what we've done is we've dropped some resources into school. And schools might use them however they want to do. So we're going to drop some resources into school. But most of the things that we're going to use, you will probably be able to find in your homes, or you might be able to get pretty easily, actually, mightn't you?
Oh yeah, because we're trying to use things that people like flower pots. We're planting, so we're going to be using some flower pots that have come from other plants.
Yeah.
Because we've all got lots of those lying around, and very ordinary things. But we've got some bulbs and some compost, and we're going to drop bulbs and compost to the schools. And people at school can either do it in a pot like this, or they can just plant straight into their garden at school if they've got one.
Absolutely. So we're going to just see how the schools want to use it. That's good. Because last time we were together, we hope to be together again at some point soon. But watch our Facebook page and all that stuff will let you know. Because last time we did Lego building, which was great fun, wasn't it?
Oh, it was hilarious. It was so good. We built towers and we rolled them down a hill, and they collapsed.
It was great fun. This time we're going to do some planting, and we're going to do some growing, aren't we? So we're going to and we've got Poppy and Daisy are going to help us. Does that help, Poppy and Daisy? Hi, Poppy. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Amy.
Hi.
And Emma's going to come and join us as well. I think it's the first time to help us. Hi, Emma.
Hi, Emma. Hi.
I think Emma's got some special stickers as well, which is I've just gone for colouring pencils. But there's all sorts of different ways that we
like to stick away. We love it.
Yeah. So, Becky,
I just noticed that Daisy's got a special
gardening.
Sorry, have I frozen?
No, you're back with it.
She's got gardening. We've got gardening gloves on.
We got rubber gloves.
What a good idea.
Good. Becky, you're going to lead us through this, aren't you?
I am. So what we're going to do first of all is plant some daffodils, and they're the bigger bulbs that we've got in a bag. They're yellowy. They come with a yellow label to show that they're daffodils, and the variety is called minnow, which is a little fish. So why daffodils are called that, I don't know. Anyway,
I don't want your daffodils yet, because you need some.
We've got some kitchen paper, and we're going to cut our kitchen paper in half and use the kitchen paper in the bottom of the pot, because the pot's got holes in, look. And if we put soil in there, all the soil will come out through the holes. So put a piece of kitchen paper in.
Done.
Cover up the holes, and that's drainage. That's so that the pot won't get too wet. It'll let the rain drain out, and the paper will keep the soil in there. Yes, Chris?
So you were saying the paper stops the soil from falling out, but doesn't stop the moisture from going through?
No, that's right. It lets the water run away slowly so that they don't get flooded, really. You don't want your bulbs to get flooded.
Absolutely.
So we've just got a piece of paper so that the compost doesn't fall out through the holes. And then we need either a hand that's got a rubber glove on it or an old spoon. And we put sort of half fill the pot with some of this compost that we've got. And of course, if you're planting in the garden, you just dig a hole in the garden, quite honestly, but somewhere where you're supposed to dig a hole, not just any random place. So fill the pot, right? There we are. And then you take your daffodils.
Yeah.
And they've got some stringy looking bits at the bottom, which are dried roots. And then they've got a pointy bit at the top. And you sit them on the compost with the pointy bit upwards, pointing upwards. All right. So daffodil, yes, Chris?
I'm asking lots of questions.
That's okay. Yeah.
If I were to be planting these in the garden, how deep would they have to go roughly?
They need to go about, if you go like that with your hand, they need to go that deep.
Cool, brilliant.
That's so deep. In the garden, it's different. When they're in a pot, the soil is really very easy to get through, so they don't have to go that deep.
Fab.
Okay? Yeah. So deeper in the garden than in a pot. So you might get 4 around the outside and 1 in the middle. That's what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Got you.
Have you got yours in?
Nearly.
See how they work? And actually, it doesn't matter if they sort of touch each other. That's okay, because the soil will go around all the little gaps and we'll water them later. And it'll rain on them outside. And the soil runs in between them. Have you got them in, Chris?
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Emma's still making hers fit.
Becky, I think they're called minnow because minnows are little fish, and these are what I looked on the labels. They're dwarf daffodils, so maybe that's why they're called minnows.
That's very clever, Chris. I'm very, very pleased that you've done a bit of Googling, a bit of research. How are Poppy and Daisy getting on?
How are we
You
getting
okay?
on?
Have you got your bulbs in your pot? Yeah, okay, right, now fill it up with some more soil. Now use your hands or your spoon and top it up with more compost. Cover them up.
Yeah.
And that protects them from the frost. And these in the pots can go in the garden in a sort of a corner somewhere, and you forget about them until it's nearly Easter, and then all of a sudden you discover you've got these lovely little yellow flowers. There we are. Nice layer on the top to protect them. Okay. I've got newspaper on my worktop because I don't normally do gardening in my kitchen. You can probably imagine that.
Yeah.
Right. Just gently press it down a bit. All right.
Yeah, pressure card.
Okay. Now,
Wow.
We
How does it
still have last year's ones.
You have last year's. We did last year. Fantastic.
The ones we did last time, we've still got those in a pot in the garden.
brilliant. And they'll bloom again this year. This, next time round, they'll come up again and you'll have, they were called tete-a-tete and this is called minnow. So you have two different sorts.
Oh, fab.
How's your pot looking, Poppy? Is it looking full? Yeah. Daisy, how are you getting on? Excellent. Right. Okay. Now the next thing to do, we need to know what's in this pot. So everybody's, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a sheet of paper that's got flower things on it, labelly things. Now, if we cut from one side to the other, and that gives us a long strip with a picture of the daffodil and the word daffodil. There it is. Right, there's my daffodil. I'm going to very quickly colour that yellow. There we go. And then some green for the leaves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Yeah. And what we can do, now you see the thing is that my pot was used for something else. It's got a horrible label on it. I want to hide that. So I'm going to wrap my daffodil label over the top of that. Look, see? And it's gone. And it looks so much better like that. And you can use sellotape or an elastic band to hold that in place. And if you've got stickers, you can cover it with stickers and make it look gorgeous. And you can put tape on it if you want to as well, just to make sure it holds still. And there it is. And there's busy colouring. Are you having blue daffodils, Emma?
Oh, gone muted. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I don't know what that happened. Anyway, yes, I did them yellow because I thought that is what daffodils normally are. But my favourite colour is purple, so I'm doing the word in purple because
Love it, love it. That's brilliant. So I've wrapped mine around and I've put an elastic band on it. Richard, can you show us, Richard? He's not listening, is he? The man's driving the tech. Here we are. Look, there it is. I've put a postman's elastic band around it and a bit of tape, and that means I know that that's my daffodils. So that's that one done. Okay. Are we ready for the next one?
Becky,
Yes, Chris.
can I ask a question? I know I should wave. Sorry. Here's mine. We talk about putting outside. What are they okay if it gets frosty on a daffodil in a pot?
Absolutely fine. They really don't mind. You can just tuck them into a corner somewhere in the garden or underneath a shrub or something like that and forget about them until March. And then all of a sudden you'll see you've got green leaves, and then you'll have a bud, and then you'll have your yellow flower. Then you can bring it out and put it somewhere where you can see it better.
Fantastic.
So yeah, they're fine in the frost. So are we ready to carry on? That's it.
Yeah, they're mine. That's fab.
Poppy and Daisy, are you ready? Oh, Emma, look at that. Yeah, brilliant. Now, so we're going to carry on with our other little bulbs. Oh, we've got stickers coming here.
Stickers, yeah.
We're going to carry on with we're going to use a yogurt pot, and we need to have the rest of our piece of kitchen paper and cut it in half. So we've got 2 yogurt pots, we've got 2 little bits of paper. We put those in the bottom because the yogurt pots have got a hole in as well for drainage. Can you see there? Look, can you see that? There's a hole in the bottom of that yogurt pot, and that lets the water out so they don't get flooded. So we need to cover it so the soil doesn't fall through. So fold up our piece of kitchen paper. That's it. Yeah. Fold up your piece. Yeah. Fold up your kitchen paper. Push that right into the bottom of the yogurt pot. It's white, so it's difficult to see. And we've hidden the hole. And then we put some more compost in our little pots. So use your spoon again and put in about enough to take the compost halfway up the yogurt pot. That's not going to be much compost. Oh, that's too much. Right, let's take that out. That's one. Then I'm going to do the other one as well. So half a pot of compost for this one. And then we have got something called a anemone blender. But the schools that we're going to give some equipment to, some stuff to, they've got grape hyacinths, which is what we had last year. So the schools are going to have that to go in their little pots or in their garden. And we are going to use this one, which is supposed to be one of those. That's an anemone blender. Pretty little thing, like a big flat daisy. Daisy. It's a big flat daisy, okay? So now, where are they? Here they are. Now we should have got about, how many have we got? 6.
Yeah.
We've got 6 good looking things. Oh, they look like dried up mushrooms.
They do, don't they?
And I've got 2 huge ones. They're funny, aren't they? They're really weird. So if yours are funny shapes and sizes, I'm going to put a big one and 2 small ones into each of my pots. I don't know which is the right way up. I don't think it matters. So we're just going to put the big one, big one in there and 2 little ones. And then a big one in there and 2 little ones. All right. And then we cover it up again. Yes, Chris?
Becky, they're really interesting because they actually look like they're like clumps of soil, don't they? But they're actually, are they like a seed or a bulb? I know, I'm not, I'm intrigued by
I
them.
think technically they're a corm, actually. You know, you get bulbs, you get corms.
Yeah.
Because they're not a regular shape like a bulb is normally. And it's ever so easy to dig them up and throw them away if you're digging your garden because they look like soil, as you say.
You can rub them between your, yeah, they're lovely.
They're very strange, aren't they? So we need to cover those up as well. Cover them up. Oh, I can't dig into my soil. And they come up and they are very delicate little things with little leaves and then pretty little flowers. And often you'll get more than one flower from each of your corms.
Oh, wow.
And you might get blue ones, you might get pink ones, you might get, oh, Emma.
I just wondered, are they all going to be the same colour as each other, or might they be different colours?
I'm really hoping they'll be different colours because they can be blue or pink or white. We don't know. And I don't think the size of them determines what colour they are. So it's a bit of pot luck, which makes it rather fun, actually.
Like that. What will they be when they can?
Yeah.
And Becky,
Yeah.
again, sorry. When do these begin to flower? Are they like the daffodils? Are they spring or?
They are, yeah, they are spring and they go on for a little bit longer than the daffodils because they'll come out at different times. So you might find you get blue one comes out first, and all of a sudden you've got a pink one, and a week later you get a white one.
Oh,
so these, I love these. I think they're great because you never know what's going to happen with these.
I like that.
Yeah, very unpredictable. I like that too. Right, so I've covered mine up. I think I'm going to just give them a bit of a press with the back of my spoon, just because it looks a little bit as though it might blow away.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got a label for this as well. So I'm going to cut my long label. And because the yogurt pots are not huge, I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm going to have 2 pieces like this. And one of them says anemone blender and the other one has got the picture. All right. So I'm going to cover that quickly. I'm going to do a pink anemone blender on here with some green for the leaves. And then that's going to go around one of my pots. There it is. It's got colour on it, I promise you, promise. And then that's going to go around one pot. Now, actually, I've got to trim it because it's a bit big. Take it off, wrap it around the pot, hide up the label that says it was peach flavour, and put an elastic band on it. There we are, and that will hold it in place. So that's my first one. I might have it taken.
So I should be able to tell Becky by the picture what the flower is. So I have the flower on one and the label on the other, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, the word on the other one, yeah. So that reminds you what they are. Because it's a funny name, anemone. Now, how many people say anemone?
Me?
Anemone. Do you?
Anemone.
Well, no, anemone.
Anemone.
Yes.
How's that spelled, Becky?
Anemone.
Anemone.
Isn't it, really? Anemone, right, so that's that. So I'm going to colour that blue. I think I'm going to do blue for my writing of the name, because I haven't used that yet. And I might have some blue flowers.
Is that anemone the same as the one that's in the sea? You know, an anemone.
Yeah, anemone.
Yeah. Ah,
You're saying anemone, it's anemone.
okay, I am saying it wrong.
You've got to think about anemone, then you'll get it right.
Anemone. All right, give me a lesson.
Right, there we are. I've coloured my word name, anemone blender, and I'm putting that around the other pot now. And that was peach flavour again. So let's hide that up and put the name label, elastic band, little bit of tape, and we're away. And you can do this with the grape hyacinths. So if you're at school and you've been given some grape hyacinths, they can go into a little pot like this as well. And they're very blue and they have leggy, they get very grassy looking with their leaves. They get very leggy.
Mm.
And it's got paper tape, that's lovely. That'll hold your label on. There we are.
Strawberry one, anemone blandy. What does? Oh, I should have checked this. The blander. I guess it must mean something. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Poppy and Daisy.
Show us. How do they look? Can you hold them higher? Oh, fabulous. Fabulous. Now, I tell you what. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. Don't let it fall out, though, Daisy. Be careful. That's it. I bought some carrots that came on a plastic tray, and it's just long enough, Richard. Where is he driving this thing? Where? Look, my 3 pots sit together on that plastic tray, so I can put them in the garden. And when I put them outside, I'm going to give them just a very small drink of water because they need a little bit of water, don't they? But if it rains, I won't worry about it. So there we are. We've done it. How's that?
That's fantastic, Becky.
Oh, Emma.
I was just wondering how often would I have to water them?
Not very often at all, because this time of the year, if it rains, it won't evaporate from the heat of the sunshine. It'll just stay there. So if it rains, don't water them at all. If we have a drought, if it doesn't rain for 3 weeks, give them a little bit of a water. And if you have them in a tray and there's a big old puddle in the bottom of the tray, I'd actually tip that out because they don't like sitting in water because they'll rot. All right, that's good, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's fantastic. So I'm looking forward to these. So we're talking about springtime, Becky.
Yeah.
We should get some dwarf daffodils and anemone blender.
Yeah. Well done. We will, and I hope that maybe we can post some photos as well. So Poppy and Daisy, when you start to do things, can you take some photos and put them on Facebook for us?
Yeah.
Brilliant. We love you. And if you are holding it,
Yeah. Yes.
Brilliant. And if anybody's watching, as lots of people do watch us, this gets shared. And if you've enjoyed it, share it and do it. If you've got ones that you've done, even if in this stage, if you send us pictures now, we'd love that as well, wouldn't we? You as you planting them as different people. And if you'd like doing it, as we always say, share it, share the video so other people know exactly what to do as well.
absolutely. Yeah. And actually, something like this you can give to people for Christmas if you get them planted up soon, because probably by Christmas you might just start to see little green tips of the daffodils coming to the top, and the grape hyacinths as well if you've got those. And it's a nice for somebody, isn't it?
Perfect present. Becky, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's good. We were going to be together. We'd all planned to be together, but with everything as it is at the moment, we decided this way. So let's Daisy and Poppy, let's see your pots again, and let's have a look. There we go. Fantastic. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much for helping us, and we'll see you soon.
Can we see Emma's as well? Can we see Emma's?
There we go.
Oh, nice.
And beautiful colouring in as well, Emma. Fantastic. Fabulous. Brilliant. Brilliant. So thank you so much, Daisy and Poppy and Margaret and Amy and Emma. And Becky, you're going to explain what we're going to do next, aren't you?
I am. Now, the next one is on November the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be Come and Cook. And we're going to make something that's a Christmassy kind of thing, because by November we're starting to think a little bit about Christmas, aren't we?
Yeah.
We like to have different things to taste at Christmas time. So we're going to make something that's Christmassy. I'm not going to tell you what it is quite, but it's, shall I?
Go on.
Shall I? All right. Mincemeat Eccles cakes. We're going to use a bit of mincemeat, because people think of mince pies. Not everybody likes mince pies, and they get a bit boring, and some are nicer than others. But if you make them into Eccles cakes, it's so much nicer. That's what we're going to do. And
we probably be online, won't we? Depending upon what everything's happening in the news and all of that sort of stuff. But we'll post something on our Facebook page, letting people know exactly where it is. But assume it's online unless you hear otherwise. I think, is that what we're saying? I think that's the wise thing to do. I think assume it's online. But we'll let you all know. So we'll say cheerio, everybody. Thank you ever so much, and share this, and we'll see you all soon. Bye. 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 See you soon, Becky. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Thank you, Richard. Where's he gone? You're there, Richard. Oh, that was fun.